I'm on page 469. Pretty weird so far, and I don't know how I'm feeling about it, to be completely honest. And apparently this next story that I'm starting, that's called The Body, was adapted into a movie that's called Stand By Me. If you know me and you follow my vlogs, you know I really appreciate a good dual timeline, dual perspective. I really enjoy that. So me and my boyfriend watched a really good movie last night. It was called Her. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel and a new reading vlog. Today is Tuesday, March 22nd, and it's currently around 8:30 in the evening. And I wanted to hop on here, start a new reading vlog because I've decided what my next read is gonna be after finishing my recent read, which was the new Grady Hendrix release, How to Sell a Haunted House. So watch my previous reading vlog for that. And yeah. In this vlog, I am going to be reading and focusing on different seasons by Stephen King. This is yet another Stephen King book. Obviously, you know I'm on a roll right now with Stephen King. I'm in the mood for Stephen King. I've been reading a lot of his works lately, and I'm just feeling like I should continue on because why not? This is a book that I've had a while, but I've never gotten to read it, and I thought it was finally time to pick up this book because I've been wanting to read it, I just haven't gotten to it. In this book, I think we have 4 novellas, just like in Stephen King's If It Bleeds. Multiple other books by him has multiple stories, and this is one of them. The reason why I bought this initially and wanted it was because it has Shawshank Redemption in it, which is a story that got really famous and it's now a movie. And me and my boyfriend recently watched that movie, and I really enjoyed it, and I feel like it was a kind of interesting movie, so I wanted to read the story. I'm sad I didn't read it before watching the movie, but better late than never, right? So that's kind of what I'm excited about. I don't really know anything about the other 3 stories in here, but according to like the back, 3 of these stories have gotten into movies. So not only Shawshank Redemption, but also a film called Stand By Me and Apt Pupil. So apparently there are 3 of these stories that has been turned into a movie, which is pretty cool. And I feel like that says something about the stories. Obviously should say that they're good because people like them so much that they can make a movie out of it. So I feel like I have kind of high expectations for this one, which is maybe not good, but how bad can it be? Like, I'm really excited to read this one. It is a pretty big book, but I feel like since it's 4 stories, I feel like I should be fine. I feel like it would be a lot if there was one story, but you do get a break because there are multiple stories. You get to follow multiple characters, multiple perspectives, multiple storylines, obviously different setting, everything. So I feel like it will be fine, and I think it's pretty good if it's 4 stories. That's pretty a good size for that. So I'm really excited to get into it. I've actually been away all day. I just got home. I've been away with a friend on adventures, and I'm actually heading out. I'm just gonna hop in the shower and put on some comfy clothes, take off my makeup, and then I'm gonna head over to my boyfriend's apartment to stay the night there. And I think I'm gonna bring this book. I'm not sure how much reading I will get done because I am very tired. It's been a long day. I went up early and we headed out early, so I feel like I'm pretty tired, but I would at least want to start it because I'm not gonna be able to read tomorrow because I work. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to read as much as I want to, which is why I'm hoping to get a good start today, tonight. This book, so I'm bringing it with me, and hopefully I can get at least 1 or 2 chapters read. That would be good. Like, I just get into it a little, just at least that I've opened the book. I've started it. But yeah, I don't know anything about the other stories. There's Shawshank Redemption, Apt Pupil, The Body, and The Breathing Method. So 4 stories, and yes, I'm excited. I am also not sure how much reading I will get done this upcoming week. I'm gonna try and obviously want to, but I have a big final test / exam next week for my course that I'm taking. So I'm off all weekend from work, but I'm gonna spend like the entire weekend studying, at least like main part of it, just studying because I haven't really gotten to study as much as I would want to. So I definitely need to like take the weekend to do that, but I will try to like squeeze in some reading time too, because it is important to relax and do stuff that feeds your soul as well after the studying part. So yeah, but we'll see. If not, I will just like continue on this vlog after the test is taken, because I feel like it's kind of a big test, so I just obviously want to focus on that. But yeah, I'm excited and I'm hoping you guys will enjoy me reading this book. So yeah. We stopped by IKEA on the way home and I bought the essentials. Like, how old am I really? Like, I felt like a 5-year-old walking around there. I bought chocolate and I bought a panda bear. Great adult choices. I love being an adult. It just, yeah. The essentials, basically. I mean, look at this. I felt like a 5-year-old walking around with this. Yeah, great times. It is a few days later. It is Sunday. I think I last talked to you guys on Thursday, which was when I started this vlog, but I did think and hope that I mentioned that the vlogging was gonna lack this weekend due to my final exam that's coming up next week on Tuesday, and all I had to do this weekend was to study, which is what I've been doing. But I also have been reading a little bit, which I thought like I would not be able to do, but I have. And today especially, I've been in a really good reading mood and I've read a little. When I've taken breaks from studying, I've been reading and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm so glad that I've had the energy to actually read some this weekend as well. And I'm hoping to read more once I have done more studying for the night. But yeah, I've gotten up to page 126 in this one, and as I mentioned, this has 4 novellas, and the first one is Shawshank Redemption, which I mentioned that I saw the movie with my boyfriend not too long ago. I do wish I read the book before, but I have seen the movie and I'm almost done with the story. I only have like a few pages left, I checked, so I'm soon done with the first story. And I thought it was kind of exactly like the movie, which I enjoyed. Like, I really enjoyed the movie, so I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But there hasn't really been anything like exciting or new happening because I already know the story, and I like the story. It's a good story, so I'm not mad about it. But if you don't know, Shawshank Redemption is about, we follow from a man's perspective that's called Red, and he writes a letter to someone. So it's like in a letter format, like he is describing an event or many events that happens throughout the years from the future. Like it has happened and he knows what's gonna happen. And this man is in a prison, Shawshank prison in New England, and it's a story about when a guy named Andy Dufresne comes to the prison, and this guy is in for murdering his own wife and her lover, which he didn't really do, but is in for it. And this guy Andy is very different from all the other guys there, and that's why he was so special and people got interested in him, especially this guy named Red that is writing the letter about Andy to another person. And you get to kind of follow, I don't know how many years, but many years until Andy got there. I don't remember which year, but he was there, I think 24 years, 23 years, and how he eventually escaped, and just how he was different from everyone else, and how like it's also, I think, not only a prison story, well it is, but I felt like it had a really kind of like nice way of it, like a beautiful writing. And the movie has Morgan Freeman in it playing Red, and I really like Morgan Freeman. He really fit that role so well, so I definitely recommend watching the movie if you are planning to read the book. But yeah, you kind of get to follow like his life there and how he made the prison a better place, how he changed people, how he changed many people's view on the world and the life. Like it's kind of a beautiful story, and I am glad I'm finally getting to read it. So but yeah, I'm almost done with it. And after that, I think there's a story called Apt Pupil. I have no idea what that's about, but I will update you guys when I know what it's about. It's obviously a very sad and heartbroken story because it's in prison, and obviously that sucks and like it's hard to read about, and it's not, you know, a positive thing to be in prison, obviously. But I think it's just like we're all human beings and we all are the same beings, and I think it was just put very nicely in this book. I don't know, but it's a story that I definitely recommend. Also, me and my boyfriend watched a really good movie last night. It was called Her. I don't know if I mentioned it, but me and my boyfriend have this poster I got for him for Christmas this past year. It's like 100 best movies poster, and you scratch off, like a scratch off poster, and we've seen some really great movies. Shawshank Redemption was one of them actually, And yesterday we scratched one, and it was a movie called Her, and it was really good. It's about this guy that gets off a relationship, like a marriage that's been on for years, and he gets out of that. They get divorced, and how he falls in love with an operating system. What's it called? Like a computer, like not a computer, but like an operating system that someone like creates pre-computer, but it kind of has its own minds and can evolve. I don't really know it. NIA, so it's called. And that might sound crazy and weird, and it was a little bit weird, but it was such a beautiful and sad story. It said it was science fiction / drama, but I thought it was more like drama romance. Like, it was so a little bit boring, but it was so beautiful and sad. It is from 2013. I'm checking it, and it was actually over 2 hours, which usually like gets me bored, but it was really beautiful. It did win an Oscar for best original script back in the day, and it has Joaquin Phoenix, I don't know, Scarlett Johansson is in it, Olivia Wilde. Yeah, it was just really a good movie, and I definitely recommend it. But yeah, really sad but really cool. It is Tuesday, which means it's the day of my big final exam for the course I'm taking. We're gonna have a good day. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I kind of just want to have it over with, to be completely honest, and I'm glad that it's soon gonna be over. I don't have my exam until like early evening, and it's around 12 in the morning right now, or like lunchtime. And yeah, I studied last night. I'm not gonna really study too much today before. I'm just gonna like look over my notes a final time before I head out, because I don't want to like, I don't know, I just feel like you have to have a balance, and yeah, maybe not study too much a few hours before, because then I think it's just gonna be difficult. I don't know, I'm trying to justify it because I'm too lazy to study, basically. That's what's going on. No, but seriously, I wanted to update you guys on the book because I've been reading quite a bit. I did end up finishing Shawshank Redemption. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I did, and it was really just like the movie. It had a really beautiful ending, and I feel like it's just a really good story. I think everyone should watch / read this story. It's really good, and I talked about what it was about earlier in this reading vlog, I believe. So now I'm on the second story that's called Apt Pupil, which I've started, and I'm on page 255. So I'm not sure how long this particular story is going to be, but it's pretty weird so far, and I don't know how I'm feeling about it, to be completely honest. In this story, it's set in the 70s, and we have this older guy that's from Germany. He's German originally, and then he moved to America like after the war, the Second World War, and he was a German soldier, I believe, in this war, and obviously did very cruel things, obviously horrible things, and we follow him as he's now moved to America and living his life there. He still have nightmares, traumas from that time, obviously, which I think is pretty self-explanatory. And then we have this little dude, I don't know if he's in middle school, who goes to this guy and supposedly is reading with him. His parents believe, you know, doing an old man a kind thing. But in reality, this young dude is just interested in hearing war stories. So, so you basically follow when these two get together, and this young dude asks questions about the war and like, how did you do that? Why did you do that? Can you talk about this? Can you talk about that? Can you put on your uniform? Like, it's just really weird. And you get to hear his stories about the war and what was going on, and gruesome things that he did and other German soldiers did. And how both of these two people are really negatively influenced by this. This man had kind of put it behind him, you know, put the past behind him, has moved on, he's moved to a new country, and now when things start coming up to the surface, when he's forced to like talk about it, he starts to have nightmares again, and he starts to like feel really bad again, and even does weird stuff. There was a scene I'm not even gonna mention, it was disgusting, and yet he still talks to this boy about things that happen. I don't understand what's going on, and this boy is weirdly fascinated by the Second World War. Like, I get that it's an interesting thing, and I don't know if it's like a guy thing. Obviously, like, women can be interested too, but my dad, my brother, and my boyfriend, I feel like every guy that I've like been close to has like a weirdly fascination with like war, and like especially the Second World War. Like I get that it's fascinating and interesting, and we need to learn stuff and we need to have knowledge so it won't happen again, obviously. But this boy has a weirdly obsessive fascination with the Second World War, and he just wants to know everything. I can literally force this poor old man to put on his old SS uniform and like yelled at him. Like it was insane, and I don't know what the purpose of this book, of this story, is going to be, and I think it's really odd so far, and I'm honestly hoping that it isn't too long. I'm hoping it's done soon, because just really weird. And obviously, since he's spending all his time there talking about the Second World War, his grades are turning really bad, and the teacher wants to like talk to his parents, but instead this old man pretends to be his grandfather and like justifies like it's okay, like he's gonna get better, you know. And it's just weird. Why would you help? Like I don't understand the connection between these two. Like it's odd. Yeah, those are my thoughts so far. It's a really weird story, but we're gonna keep reading maybe a little bit this morning / afternoon before the test, and yeah. Okay, a few hours later, I'm heading out to do my final exam, hopefully, if I make it, obviously. Wish me luck. Even though when you guys see this, it's already over and I will probably already know my results as well. So, but like, send positive thoughts. Thank you. It is done. I'm home. It felt okay. Like, I can't say like, yeah, it felt okay, but we'll see when the test results get back. My teacher in this course is really fast at like grading tests and assignments. So if I know her correctly, I'm gonna know the answers honestly like tomorrow or Thursday. Like she's so quick, depending obviously like how many she has to grade, but definitely this week I think I will know if I passed or not. And if I passed, like this course is done. It was like the very last thing that I needed to do. So I'm very happy about that, and I'm so happy to have like taken down my notes. Like my entire desk was filled with like post-it notes like you saw, I think I showed you, and I hate that. Like it's a study method that I use and it works for me, but like it's so messy, and it's so satisfying to take that away when a test is done. But yeah, now I'm going to eat some dinner, watch some YouTube, and then I'm actually going to go grocery shopping with my boyfriend, I think. So yeah. Okay, so I ended up finishing the second story, which was called Apt Pupil, last night after work, and my honest feelings are thank God that it's over. Thank God, because this was such a dark and weird story, honestly. We followed this 13-year-old boy who found out, like, this 13-year-old boy was very interested in crime. Like, he wanted to grow up to become a private investigator, so he obviously had an interest in things like that. And he found out that a former Nazi/German soldier lives nearby him, and he kind of nestles his way into his life and has a very negative impact on this old man that has kind of wanted to forget the past, and that's now like forced to relive it through this boy. And it was just really dark, really gruesome. It had some awful scenes in here, and I'm just really glad it's over, because I did not particularly enjoy this story. I mean, yeah, it'd be interesting in some ways, and like I think it's definitely good to learn from the past and learn from our history so that history doesn't repeat itself. It's obviously very important to know what happened during the Second World War and how, you know, wrong that was. But this book, this story made me feel anxious and just really awful, so I did not really like it, so I'm glad it's over. And the next story that I'm starting is called The Body, and yeah, I think I'm on page 382. So on 382 The Body starts, so I'm actually over halfway now, which is pretty cool. And I'm hoping to start the third story today. I'm not gonna be able to do it now because I'm heading out to do some Easter shopping with my mom for Easter. That's next weekend, and yeah, but hopefully I will start the next story later today. And apparently this next story that I'm starting that's called The Body was adapted into a movie that's called Stand By Me. And I don't think I've seen the movie. I don't think I've even heard of the movie, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So it obviously has to be a pretty good story because people liked it enough that people could turn it into a movie. So I'm excited. So yeah. I'm back home. It's around like 6:30. I also was at my parents' house to cuddle with the cats, and I definitely napped. I definitely fell asleep with the cats, so I'm really tired. It was a good nap. But yeah, I got some good stuff, and I got some like a little stuff for my boyfriend's birthday next week. I have like the main stuff I bought already a while back, but I got some like of the smaller stuff that I'm very excited about. And I got myself some roses. Look at these beautiful like spring / Easter colors. I felt like they were so cute and I needed to get them. So happy about that. But now I'm going to hop in the shower and then head over to my boyfriend's house. We're gonna make tacos and watch Avatar, not the new one. We were gonna watch the new one, but then we were like, I don't even remember the first one, so maybe we should rewatch that before we get to the new one, the one that was nominated for an Oscar for best film, because I don't remember the first one. It's been ages. So we're gonna watch the first one, and then another night when we have time, we're gonna watch the new one. So very excited about that. So that's the plans for tonight. And I did not read anything. I brought the book with me to my parents' house, but I fell asleep, as I mentioned, so great. Also, I'm gonna bring these to try with my boyfriend tonight. They're Sour Patch Kids, which obviously it's a huge thing in the US, but not really here. But one store that I was at today had like this huge American section, and me and my boyfriend have talked about these and like that we want to try them. They're apparently really, really sour, and there are different flavors, but I got these. So yeah, obviously a very popular candy, but not really here, and I've never tried them, so I'm excited. Hello guys, it is Saturday. It's around 4. I just got home from work, but I wanted to hop on here and update before I hit the showers and get comfy for the night. That I've read quite a bit in the book since I last talked to you guys, and you know, I started The Body, which is also adapted into a movie that's called Stand By Me. So you might know the story as Stand By Me because that's what the movie's called, but here it's called The Body, and I'm on page 469. And so far, like I barely just started the story, so I don't have a lot to say, but so far I'm really enjoying it. We basically have 4 young boys that get together. They live in Maine, and they get together in their treehouse. They talk about life, they smoke cigarettes. All these 4 boys come from pretty dysfunctional families, which you do get to read about here and you do get to know here. And you get to follow their lives, like separate with their families, and you get to know like their lives together. And these 4 boys find out that there is a dead body lost somewhere in a nearby forest. So they go on this like 2-day hunt slash hike to try to find this body before like the authorities find it or someone else finds it, but mostly like the police, they want to find it because I don't know, I think they think it's cool to see a dead body. So we follow kind of 4 young boys on a quest, and it's pretty good. It's not really like cute or adventurous like that. It's more like real and raw and honest because you follow these 4 boys, and as I mentioned, they all come from families that are pretty fucked up, and you get to like read about that, and you get to read how they connect through that, and you get to read about a beautiful friendship through that, and it's just a pretty cool story so far, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But I haven't read too much, so I can't really say anything, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm definitely planning on seeing the movie once I read it, which I actually found out that if you guys know, I mentioned that me and my boyfriend have this like 100 best movies poster that I got him for Christmas, and I saw like last night, or no, maybe like 2 nights ago, I saw that Stand By Me was on that list, so we're gonna watch it anyways. Like, we were gonna watch it. I didn't know that was on there because we're gonna watch all of the 100 movies, obviously, so that's pretty cool. But I want to watch it like right after I finish it, honestly, because or else I'm gonna forget it. You know, you want to have it fresh in your memory when you do that. And I love seeing a movie after you read the book. Like, I love when a good story is adapted into a movie, and I don't know if it's gonna be good. Like, I don't know if my end thoughts will be good, but so far they are, so I'm really excited to eventually see the movie also. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping to read more tonight. I'm gonna shower, make some food, I think, and then read. It's a sunny, beautiful day, and I've worked all day, so do I want to go do stuff? No, I just want to lay on the couch and sleep because my body hurts. It's been a day, guys. It's been a day. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, no. Also, an update on the Sour Patch Kids that me and my boyfriend tried the other night. They were really good, but you guys, America, the US, I thought it was gonna be sour candy. It was literally sweet candy. Like, you have not tried Swedish sour candy. Like, nothing compares. This was not even sour. I thought it was gonna be sour, you know what I mean? But it was good. It was good. It was just that it was sweet, you know, and I expected something else. But they were good. They were good. Hello guys, it is Tuesday. It's the day that this video originally was supposed to be published. Is it going to be? No, because I've been sick. This is the first time that I'm back to being okay, and I'm going back to work tomorrow, so it's just not been a great time. It's not been a great time. I've been sick with the stomach flu, stomach bug, whatever, and I've literally laid in bed all Sunday and all Monday, not being able to do anything except, you know, well, we don't have to go there. I don't want to like bring up the memories. But today's Tuesday and I'm finally feeling better. Thank God. I think I got it mildly actually, because I only felt like really bad on the Sunday, and then Monday was like, I felt like it was already getting better. So I'm very thankful for that. And as we all say, like, I'm such a person like that. I'm definitely a person like that as well. It's like you don't appreciate and are grateful for your health until you're sick, you know what I mean? Like, you feel so grateful and thankful for when you actually get better, but you don't really see it that way when you have your health all the time, you know what I mean? So right now I'm just feeling really grateful and thankful for it, that it's over, because it has not been great. It's also been the first day that I've been able to read again, because I obviously haven't been able to do anything because I've been feeling too sick. So I just sat down and finished The Body actually, and I kind of enjoyed it. My final thoughts are that it was average, like a little bit above average maybe, but not anything too special. But I am excited to see the movie though. I think it was good enough that it's worth seeing the movie. So that's good. It's always positive. And as I mentioned, we do follow a bunch of young boys going on this hike mission, camping trip to the woods to find this dead body, a dead boy that no one has found yet, that's supposed to be in this wood, and which I'm already mentioned. But what's interesting though, which I don't think I mentioned, is that you do have like two kind of sides of the story. You do have when it's happening with the young boys, then you have one perspective from when one of the boys are older, an adult, like with wife and kids and all that. And so you do get two perspectives. So sometimes you follow him, like as he's telling the tale from his childhood, when this happened and how this happened and why this happened, how that affect him today, like now when he's an adult. You know me and you follow my vlogs, you know I really appreciate a good dual timeline, dual perspective. I really enjoy that. So I'm glad we have that here. And it's also interesting, and it's also good because you do find out, you know, what happens to these boys when they are grown up. Even if you only follow from one's perspective, he mentions what's happening to the other men and like how their life turned out and how his life turned out, obviously, and how like that affected him, and how he kind of has not let this story go, like let this happening go. He still thinks of the body to this day, and he still thinks about like the clues that were there, the things that didn't make sense. He kind of still thinks about this journey that the boys did, and it's just kind of interesting to follow his thoughts through it, I guess. So overall, I really enjoy the story. One thing I also really enjoyed, which I don't think I mentioned, and this is not the first time it has happened in a Stephen King book. I don't know if it was another one of these stories or in another book by him, but I really enjoy when he references stuff from a story in another story, you know what I mean? So in this story, The Body, he referenced Shawshank at least 2 times, which I think is funny, you know, and Shawshank Redemption was the first story in here, and I just kind of love how he connects them, not connects them maybe, but like I love how he references it in it, so that you kind of know that it's in the same world. You know what I mean? And I know for sure that in another story he also mentioned Shawshank. I don't know if it was If It Bleeds or which story it was, but I'm 100% sure that I've read it before and like, oh, Shawshank, like that was pretty cool. I just remember it very clearly, so I know that he has done it before. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. It was a little bit above average, and yeah, I would recommend it. I think it's an okay story. And yeah, I have one final story here, the fourth novella, and it is called The Breathing Method. So I don't know anything about it. I haven't heard anyone talk about it, but I'm excited to start it. And it starts at page 585. So I have this much left, so this is the final story. It's pretty short, so we will see how I feel about it. And I will probably update you guys when I've finished it, I think, because yeah, then I can just tell my overall thoughts. Also, I don't think I let you guys know, but I did find out that I passed my exam, so I'm now done with the course. Very happy about it. I kind of freaked out when I got the test result back because I was like, it's taking too long. She's usually very fast to like grade tests and like exams, but it was taking some time, so I was like getting a little bit nervous, but I passed and it's done, and I'm just very happy about it. It's like that chapter has closed and I'm moving on. I'm feeling really good about it. Also, I really wanted to show you guys this beautiful book that I got my boyfriend a while back. I don't think I've shown it. I've been meaning to show it. It is the Silmarillion, by J.R.R. Tolkien, which is like, it's kind of a book about like how the world that he's written is built up. Like it has everything in it, and it's illustrated. It has beautiful pictures, and it's just a gorgeous book. Like, I'm trying to show you pictures. Like, look at this. And just like itself, the book itself is freaking gorgeous. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of this author, and I haven't read like the big ones, The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I'm trying to watch the movies with my boyfriend, but it's going slow. I'm trying, but he is really into it, and he's not a big reader, but he's wanting to read The Lord of the Rings and like books about it and stuff. So I bought this for him, and he has started it. He's liking it so far, but yeah, I just wanted to show it because if someone of you guys are interested in Lord of the Rings, like there's so many beautiful extra books like this that you can purchase, and it's so fun. So if I was a Lord of the Rings nerd, I would definitely want this on my shelf, and now my boyfriend has it, so it's so gorgeous. Also, my boyfriend's birthday is on Thursday. It's Tuesday today, so in 2 days. And I bought him a beautiful illustrated hardback set of Lord of the Rings. So I'm definitely gonna show you guys that once like I've given it to him, because it's wrapped now, so I can't show it. But they are gorgeous, and I'm so excited for it. I'm definitely gonna show you guys at some point. Hello guys, it is Sunday. It's been a while since I updated you guys, but I did I think I said that I wouldn't update you guys until I finished the book, and as of last night I finished Different Seasons by Stephen King. So I wanted to make a final update, my final thoughts, and then wrap this vlog up so I can finally post it 1 week late. So the last story I read was called The Breathing Method, and it was, I think it was the shortest story. So the last one was the shortest story, and that is what I've been reading. So I talked about the 3 other stories, but The Breathing Method was really short and I enjoyed it, but honestly it wasn't much to it because it was so short. We basically have this young girl who is pregnant, and this is like back in the day. So she's pregnant without being married, and that's really not okay. And this is like back in the day, that was not really okay. She like lost her job, everyone like no one wanted anything to do with her because you can't be pregnant without being married, like that's not okay. And she's keeping the baby. No, she wants the baby. In fact, she would do anything to keep this baby and have this baby. And then you follow like her doctor a little bit, and how their relationship unfolds, and how he supported her through it. He did not disown her, like he helped her through it because he didn't care, like, you know, if she wanted the baby, she wants it, you know? And it's also about this really weird club, which I think is where they met, if I'm not mistaken. This weird gentleman's club, kind of, that's like, looks like something else on the outside, but when you come into it, it's like different. People don't know what's going on there until they're in it. And this man, this doctor, gets joined into this club and meets this woman, and like, who will do anything to keep the baby, or like to keep being pregnant. So yeah, I don't know how much better I can explain it, but it was okay, it was good. It was a little bit weird towards the end, but overall I think it was an okay story. And this book in total, and keep in mind there were like 4 stories in here, some I really enjoyed, some I enjoyed less, but I think I'm going to give this book overall 4 out of 5 stars. I did on Goodreads at least, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. It's hard to rate a book when there's multiple stories in them because I have mixed opinions, but I think it's worth a 4-star because Shawshank, really good. This last one was good. The body, I really enjoyed the body. So Apt Pupil was not really my favorite, but you know, I think it's worth a 4-star either way, you know, but it's difficult to keep in mind when it's multiple stories. So yeah, I finished that book, and the next book that I have actually started, that you're gonna see more of in the next reading vlog that I'm gonna start when I finish this, but have started Hal by Sean David Hutchinson, but I'm gonna talk about that in my next vlog. But yeah, this is the book that I've started that I'm now currently reading. But yeah, I'm gonna end this vlog here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye.